big story coming out of Hollywood today as it is being reported that Michael Keaton may be about to reprise his role as the Batman in the upcoming DC film The Flash. Today, we're going to talk about what we know and what the implications could be on the DCEU. Let's get nuts. Hey guys, Cam here with Popcorn for Breakfast, and we are tracking a huge developing story as it is being reported that Michael Keaton may once again don the cowl of the Caped Crusader in the upcoming DCEU film, The Flash. Here's what we know so far. Early on Monday, June 22nd, The Hollywood Reporter is reporting that Michael Keaton was in talks to join the cast of The Flash alongside Ezra Miller in the long-anticipated next installment of the DCEU. Now, in that report, The Hollywood Reporter also stated that this deal could include multiple films and that Michael Keaton's Batman could take on a role similar to that of Nick Fury in the MCU and Samuel L. Jackson, which is very, very interesting. Later on, The Wrap came out with their own exclusive report that reiterated that Michael Keaton was indeed in talks. Now, they did state that it is very early and that nothing is certain, so we need to keep our ambitions in check here. But in their report, they stated that the plot of The Flash that's coming out in a couple of years is expected to center around a multiverse. Now, if you have read the DC Comics, this is going to throw up major red flags for you. And the reason for that is that in the early 2010s, there was a huge crossover comic book event called Flashpoint that centered around Barry Allen and the Flash. In that event, Barry Allen goes back in time to prevent the death of his mother, and in the process creates an alternate reality. All kinds of crazy stuff happens, and that's where this gets really interesting. So, in that reality, Barry Allen loses his powers. He eventually gets them back, but there's a bunch of different things that happen. In addition, though, Martha Wayne and Thomas Wayne and Bruce Wayne have a very, very different plot line. So this time, outside of the theater, the robber does not kill Thomas and Martha Wayne. Instead, the robber kills Bruce Wayne. And what this triggers is that Thomas Wayne is so enraged by the robber's actions that he becomes the Batman in order to fight crime and avenge his son. Now, Martha Wayne goes the complete opposite direction and becomes the Joker, which is a really, really interesting plot point. If you'll remember correctly, right now in the continuity, because of Batman vs. Superman Dawn of Justice, Jeffrey Dean Morgan is actually Thomas Wayne right now. So where he factors into the mix here is hard to know, but he could be potentially a Flashpoint Batman alongside of Michael Keaton. Some other crazy things happen in Flashpoint, like Aquaman and Wonder Woman are like destroying the planet, fighting each other. Superman's nowhere to be found. Cyborg is like the Superman. He's the biggest hero in the world. And so Flashpoint, the alternate reality that's created by Flashpoint, is really a huge turning point and a really interesting storyline that DC has used in the past. Now, another possibility, we mentioned the Thomas Wayne Batman, could be that Michael Keaton could be Thomas Wayne. Personally, I think this is a little bit less likely because if you're going to bring Michael Keaton back as Batman, you need to bring him back as his Batman. You need to bring him back as Bruce Wayne. And a lot of people are speculating that this Michael Keaton Batman will be the same Batman that we saw in the 1989 film and also the early 90s Batman film. So this is going to be a very interesting thing to keep an eye on. My personal preference would be that somehow they use this older version of the 1989 Batman to kick off the Batman Beyond plotline, in which Michael Keaton would be an older Bruce Wayne who mentors a Terry McGinnis, who then becomes Batman Beyond. This is something that fans, myself included, have been clamoring for a very, very long time, and Michael Keaton is perfect for that role, and I think this would just be a really cool way to bring things full circle. Needless to say, there are tons of different things that could happen with the introduction to the multiverse. The other good thing with the multiverse, and something that DC will definitely find beneficial, is the ability to take older plot lines that were less successful or continuity errors and sort of clean those things up. We've seen other film franchises do this. Well, the one that comes to mind is X-Men when they had Days of Future Past. They effectively eliminated X-Men The Last Stand from the continuity and cleaned things up really nicely. So this could be a really good opportunity for them to get rid of things like Suicide Squad, because we know that there's a new Suicide Squad coming in that's helmed by James Gunn that people are expecting to be much, much better. This could clean up the continuity error with Ben Affleck no longer being in the picture as Batman, and then things start to come into focus a little bit for DC and what their future plans are with the extended universe. Now, what their plans are with the extended universe, who knows, really? I mean, we've been told 1,000 times that the new The Batman trilogy starring Robert Pattinson is not a part of the DC extended universe. I think a lot of that is really just them playing it safe. It keeps their options open, and let's be honest, if they get any sort of momentum on any kind of extended universe, once again, Batman's going to be a part of it. I mean, Batman is their guy. He is DC is the house that Batman built. So Batman has to be a part of the picture. So I think they're keeping their options open there to either leave the Matt Reeves Batman series on its own or integrate it back into the DCEU. And this whole Michael Keaton Batman thing doesn't really mess with that, because with a multiverse, Michael Keaton can be Bruce Wayne and Robert Pattinson can be Bruce Wayne simultaneously in different realities, and it can all work together. So if you're a DC fan, or if you're a fan of superhero movies in general, you should be very, very excited, because for a long time it has felt like DC had totally lost their footing on the extended universe concept. They were trying to keep up with the Joneses and sort of lost their way, but now it really is starting to feel like there is a plan coming together, and this might be their last ditch to finally catch Marvel and to start using their characters to create content that's just as good. We can only hope. Until then, we can only speculate. If you have thoughts on this, drop us a line in the comments. If you like this video, please be sure to like and also subscribe to us on YouTube, Popcorn for Breakfast. Thank you so much for watching. We will keep you posted on this story and many, many more on our website, popcorn4breakfast.com, and on our podcast. Thanks for watching. Talk to you later.